The key to succeed in anything that you want to pursue is in mastering the ability to withhold temporary discomfort. It's not a common thing to be able to stand temporary discomfort long enough to get through the hard times, because we live in a world filled with distractions, noise, stimulation, consumerism. It's going to be one of the hardest challenges that you can learn to do. It's not just like, just master temporary discomfort and then you'll be successful and it's easy. It's as easy said as done. 100% it is not. You have to, every single day of your life, choose the harder path. And that's not going to be an easy thing to do at times. You know, there are going to be days where you're going to feel very aligned, very strong, very good about yourself, and you're just going to be motivated. And yeah, you're going strong and you're doing well. But there are also going to be days where you don't want to do anything other than just stay in bed all day, scroll on TikTok and eat pizza and watch TV shows, or gossip with a friend, or go out to a party. You know, there are going to be days where you're going to be very, very tempted to do that. And you're going to be around people even that are going to try to nudge you towards that further, which is a very hard thing. So in the beginning stages, don't surround yourself with anything, absolutely anything, people, music, shows, anything that's going to nudge you on the direction of indulging on temporary comfort. But, you know, once you're further down this process, you kind of develop a strength to be able to say no. But there are going to be times where it's going to be very, very tempting to just give in. And maybe there are going to be some times where you do give in, where, I mean, damn, you have a slice of pizza, you scroll on TikTok for an hour. But the important thing is not being like, oh, damn it, I'm imperfect and I made this mistake and all my progress should go to crap because I had one slice of pizza or I scrolled on TikTok for an hour. What will make a difference is how fast you jump back from that, how fast you learn from that. You observe and you try to understand why you did it in the first place, and then you're like, okay, this is why I did it. Self-reflect, sit with your feelings, process your emotions, and then move on. Yeah, I made a mistake, but there's nothing I can do about it now. What I can do now is just look forward. What is within my control now? What can I do now? You know, all that stuff already happened. And it does not matter. It does not matter how many times you fail. What matters is how many times you get back up, despite everything telling you not to. And that, God, if you can do that, you will be capable of doing anything in this life. There is nothing you can't do if you can do that. Nothing. Nothing you can't do. And I mean that. I really mean that. You know, I really mean that. So you need to master temporary discomfort. But how? Well, the thing is, there's not really a clean-cut way to master it. It comes with patience, trial and error, opinions, and it comes with a lot of pain. It comes with it, you know, it's part of the process. But if you can manage to keep in mind a strong and clear vision of that future of yours that you strive for, if you can manage to, every single day that you wake up, remind yourself constantly of that vision as clearly as possible, immerse yourself in it with music, with pictures, with writing, with talking, anything that can immerse you more deeper into the vision that you have planted, the seed that you have planted, because really it's something that you just plant and you water it every day and it will 100% grow. It's just a matter of patience and time. But if you can manage to keep a very clear vision in every moment that you feel like giving up, then you've already won. You already know how to do it. You don't need a clear-cut response. The honest answer is you keep trying and you keep failing and you keep getting back up. What I want the messaging of my content essentially to be is that you already have the answers to so many of the things that you are asking other people. You're seeking. You think that you're going to find fulfillment. You think that you're going to find success. You think that you're going to start loving yourself externally through someone else's teaching. But the truth is, you learn to love yourself by teaching yourself to love yourself. You learn how to be successful, how to feel fulfillment by teaching yourself to find fulfillment within. If you didn't grow up in a family where you were taught to have this abundant mindset, then it's a matter of teaching yourself. So I don't want to sit here and tell you, hey, do it like this and that and that. I want to tell you that I'm right with you. I'm right by your side in the process. Because that is what I do every single day. I teach myself. I wire my own brain. All of the things that I share with you is insight that I have gained from teaching myself, from sitting alone with my thoughts, from self-reflecting deeply. It's not from some book or from something that someone taught me or from a course or anything. It's me. I taught myself these things through self-reflection. And you possess all of those answers within you as well. So I don't want to sit here and tell you constantly the answers to things that you already know the answer to. What I want to do is try to inspire you to come alongside this journey with me, to teach yourself those things as well, because you can. And for me, the journey started in an incredibly difficult way. You know, I used to be an addict. I overdosed on drugs twice. I was at rock bottom. I saw no way out. I was really, really, really deep in depression. I had panic attacks constantly. I was anxious and addicted to substances. I had an eating disorder. I was just really bad, really deep in darkness. I got lost in darkness. I lost myself. And so it does not matter to me if people around me, they don't see how far I've gotten. They don't see that what I'm doing is actually incredibly meaningful. I see that what I'm doing is incredibly meaningful because I know what I've been through. And I know that nobody else is going to drag you out of there. You're the only person that can save you. Nobody else is coming to save you. Not me. Not a boyfriend. Not a friend. Not a mentor. Nobody's coming to save you. Those things can help you. I can help you in some ways. But at the end of the day, the end decision has to be made by you. So I've gotten through a lot. That's just a fact to me. I know that I've made immense progress, and in comparison to others, things or people, or I don't care. I don't compare myself to anyone other than me. And where I was just deep in darkness, and I made it out. And my mindset has shifted, and I believe in myself. And all it took was removing all distractions, sitting with my thoughts, self-reflecting, and facing the darkest parts of myself, facing painful emotions that people run away from their entire lives. That's what it took. And it took one night to decide I'm going to change my life. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it takes ages, years to make any progress, to rewire your mind. For me, it took one night because I decided. Once you make a decision, it's a decision. It's decided. The fact that you keep going back on your decisions, then that's a different story. But once you decide who you are, then that's who you are. But if you decide, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, then that's what you're going to be for the rest of your life. And a victim never gets anything done other than just pity themselves, live in the past. So if you tell yourself, I'm a victim because of my circumstances, you're never going to progress. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You get to be a victim once, and then the rest of the time, you're choosing to be a victim. Because you have free will, you have a mind, you have a body, and you have a soul. And you can work on those things. So you still can do something with what you have. Even if your circumstances are caging you or whatever. Your circumstances don't matter in the slightest. So, yeah. And that's a truth. That's the truth. If you are triggered by me saying that, then you need to be asking yourself why you feel triggered by that, because there's probably a deeper reason as to why. But I'm not going to keep my mouth shut, because I know that that's what you need to do, is ask yourself why you feel like a victim. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really actually make something happen, because you know that you can. And I love you. I love you. I do. That's why I'm sitting here talking to you, trying to help you as much as I can. Goodbye. And always remember, do not fear, for God is always here.